Welcome to Build Your Dream Network. I'm Kelly Hoey. I see people struggling to connect effectively all the time, so I created this podcast to help you master your network building needs. Whether you're seeking a new job, looking for a promotion, or scaling your business, you need a network, and you're in the right place to get the advice you need. And don't worry, my advice is real, it's actionable and practical because it's the advice I follow and is what has transformed my career from the traditional to the unexpected. So let's get started. This week we're talking luck, chance, and fortune, as in good fortune, and the work you need to do to put yourself in front of serendipity. I'm actually really excited about this topic because, well, too often we discount someone's efforts as being just luck, or we minimize our own possibilities with, we're not so lucky, when it really means we're not prepared to put in the work when the outcome is not guaranteed. As I was a corporate attorney in my first career, let me put a few definitions up front here. Fortune, as in having good fortune or being fortunate. That has nothing to do with you. It's the halo you're cast in or the gene pool you arrived on this planet with. Be grateful if you've got good fortune. Chance. I think of winning the lottery. Again, nothing to do with your skills or abilities or character or efforts you've put in. While winning the lottery would be nice, you're guaranteed a much better outcome from your own efforts, which do not rely on chance. And this brings me to luck. Luck is about choice and preparation and a willingness to do the work, regardless of the outcome. You position yourself to get lucky. It's about trusting in your own abilities. Luck is about how you show up and contribute. Here's how I got lucky in my management career. I was manager of alumni programs for a global law firm, tasked with redesigning the firm's alumni engagement initiative. I was given a blank canvas to create the program, so I explored what was possible by looking beyond the offerings of competitor firms. I looked at different industries. I requested meetings with those running programs at esteemed colleges and firms, and I took special note of robust membership programs where there was an affinity engagement of members that had nothing to do with the perks beyond membership. It was during this exploration that I joined the Global Business Network for Women, called at the time 85 Broads, a total tongue-in-cheek reference to the former headquarters of Wall Street investment bank Goldman Sachs, as this group had originally started as an informal alumni group of women who had worked at the firm. So when I say I joined 85 Broads, I didn't simply sign up and complete a membership profile. I got involved. I used every membership tool and offering provided. Remember, I was conducting research for the alumni program I was creating for the law firm. First-hand user experience of a membership network, I can't think of better research than that. So here's what happened. Beyond gathering all sorts of incredible insights on membership-driven organizations and voluntary communities, approximately, 9 months after joining 85 Broads, the founder called me. You see, in being visible, in being an active member of the network, my contributions had come to her attention. The founder wanted to know more about me, what I thought about 85 Broads, what role I was in at this law firm, and at the end of an hour-long phone call, I was offered the opportunity of a lifetime, the role of president of the global network, the first president ever of this very successful membership network, a network that had grown from a cocktail party on Wall Street to 35,000 members globally. In short, I got lucky. I put in all the work a member of that organization could, and I got lucky. Would being a member of 85 Broads have been meaningful without the fairy tale ending of a dream job? Heck yes. However, the unexpected good luck of being offered a role that I had never imagined, had never seen coming, was absolutely amazing. When friends and work colleagues saw what was happening to me, the luck from being part of 85 Broads, Trust me, I sat them down and explained how all that good stuff was happening. Golden fairy dust and opportunity does not simply erupt by joining an organization. My commitment, involvement, ideas, and work facilitated that magic. Let me give you another example. Joe Styler is a manager in the aftermarkets department at GoDaddy. He's been at GoDaddy well over a decade. He initially started out in a customer service role, an entry-level position. When he realized that the company he was at had opportunities and was a great place to grow his career, and he was working alongside colleagues he liked, he started to look around internally to see what was possible. This is when he hit upon the aftermarkets group. If you don't know what aftermarkets are, when you see a domain that sells for millions of dollars, that's aftermarkets. Now, to land a role in this coveted department, Joe didn't rely on a chance HR posting. No, he set out to position himself to be the lucky candidate when there was an opening. Here's what Joe did. First, he took stock of the skills required to excel in a role in aftermarkets. Then he proactively set out to gain as many of those skills as he could. He knew if he got the opportunity to interview for a role in aftermarkets, he didn't want a skills gap in his resume, something he could control, to hold him back. Next, he invested the time he could to get to know the people in the department, well before an active job search. He had heard that the folks in the aftermarkets group were a group that worked closely and collaboratively, so he intuitively knew that any new hire would have to be a fit. Here's the thing. The fit had to be right for Joe, too, if he was going to invest his career move from the management track that he was already excelling at to something completely new. Finally, Joe committed to understanding the industry outside of GoDaddy and building a name for himself in the wider aftermarkets community. Once Joe had set his eyes on moving into the aftermarket segment of the industry, he was fully committed. But here's the thing, there was no guarantee. There was no guarantee of any outcome when he set out on this journey. Like anyone, he had to wait for a role to become available. But what Joe did was profoundly different. He took control of what he could control, his skills development, expanding his network, and in doing so, he positioned himself for luck. I got to give you a reality check here. It took 4 years for Joe to be the lucky guy invited to join the aftermarkets group. 4 years. A reminder for those who are frustrated with the pace of their own career change or growth of their business venture, that luck more often than not requires time and effort. Maybe that's why people like Joe get lucky. Others don't have the stamina to stick it out. Do you have the stamina? Or are you going to rely on chance? Or rest on your good fortune? For those looking to make their own magic, to put themselves out there in front of serendipity, here are my Build Your Dream Network tips for this week. Review your commitments. Are there organizations you belong to in name only? If participating in a group has lost its luster, move on or re-engage. You don't get lucky by simply belonging. Next, roll up your sleeves. The only guarantee for a positive outcome when you're part of a membership organization is the effort you put in. I have a long checklist of pluses from my time as a member of 85 Broads that exists well outside of the unexpected prize of becoming president. Those positive outcomes were a result of my efforts as a fully engaged member. Finally, remain focused and remember there are factors outside of your control. Terrific wisdom I learned from Joe Styler. Recall, he had a desired outcome, a dream job he was pursuing. Joe said to me when I asked him how he stayed on track when the outcome was not certain. He told me that he stayed focused on what he could control, his attitude and his efforts. Go put some action behind your hunt for luck this week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for listening to Build Your Dream Network. Stay connected and don't miss a networking insight by subscribing to the podcast. And while you're there, I'd love you to rate and review the show too. Are you looking for more networking advice? Pick up a copy of my book, Build Your Dream Network. It's your guide to modern networking. I'd like to hear your networking questions, tips, and ideas. Connect with me via my website, jkellyhoey.co. You'll find links to all my social media accounts, plus a contact form to email me your questions. I'm Kelly Hoey, and I'll be back again next week to tackle your networking challenges.